What's the biggest killer in the world? No, it's not war, cancer, accidents, or environmental disasters like wildfires or earthquakes. It's heart disease. According to the World Health Organization, the largest increase in deaths since 2000 has been for this disease, quadrupling 4 times in the number of deaths within the last 2 decades. In fact, heart disease accounts for 16% of the world's total deaths, which is 1 in every 6 deaths. Unfortunately, heart disease is also the number one killer in the United States. You may not be surprised by this. It's likely that you already have heart problems or know a close loved one or friend who has suffered from a heart attack. The question is, can something be done about it? And can changing the way we eat really benefit our heart? The answer is yes, it definitely can. In this episode, let's talk about heart disease and how plant-based eating can help improve heart health, prevent heart disease, and even lower the risk of a future heart attack. So grab your favorite cold or hot cuppa and join me on the inside. Welcome to the Plant-Based Eating Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Anna Zinn, plant-based registered dietitian and transition coach. Hi friend, do you want to regain your health with plant-based eating but feel overwhelmed and lost about how to do it? Do you feel it'll be hard to change your meat-heavy diet and impossible with working, running the home, or chasing after the grandkids? If so, you're in the right place. Here you'll find simple strategies, clear nutrition guidance, and practical tips to help you thrive plant-powered with more energy. So if you're ready to ditch the guesswork and transform your health the stress-free way, cozy up now with a hot cup of tea or listen while you walk, and let me show you how doable plant-based eating can be. Let's do this. Before we get started, I want to tell you this. I know many have been struggling to reach their health and weight goals since the start of the year, and that might be where you're at right now too. Maybe things also got way off track over the summer, despite your best intentions. So now you're still battling the same health issues along with an extra few pounds. Well, I want to help you get back on track with your health. That's why I'm excited to announce that something special is coming your way early next week. It's a Back to Health sale on my online Plant Powered Life Transformation course. This means you'll get special savings next week when you enroll in the PPLT course, and you'll be able to enjoy some extra bonus gift resources too. Don't know what the PPLT course is? The Plant Powered Life Transformation course is a 6-module online self-paced course that comes with video lessons, PDF guides, meal ideas, and tasty, easy-to-make whole food plant-based recipes. It'll teach you the essential kitchen skills and practical strategies you need to build a strong foundation in plant-based eating so you can thrive for life. So if you've been struggling to make this diet transition or know you need more support in your plant-based diet journey, save the date for next Tuesday, September 24th, so you can tune in to hear all the details. I don't want you to miss it, as the Back to Health sale will only be available for 4 days. Now let's get into today's topic. Do you suffer from heart problems or know a friend or loved one who does? Or perhaps you know someone who passed unexpectedly from a sudden heart attack. This is certainly the case for me. Within these past 4 years, I've had 3 friends who have had their husbands all die from sudden heart attacks, and I've had another close friend whose husband suffered a massive heart attack at the age of just 36. In fact, my own father has had blocked arteries and needed an urgent stent placement a few years ago. The scary thing with heart disease is that often you don't realize there is a problem until the symptoms occur or when that sudden heart attack strikes. That's what makes me worried for my husband, and maybe what is making you worried and anxious about your own health or that of a loved one. But is having a heart attack just an inevitable part of growing old? Do we just resign ourselves to be sitting duck and wait for that heart attack to strike? If that's how you're feeling or thinking, I want to say, no, you don't have to. It's definitely possible to live a healthier, longer, more active life with less heart meds, worry, and anxiety about having your life or that of a loved one's cut short from blocked arteries. Let's look now to see how plant-based eating can help. Recent research is adding to the mounting evidence of the impact of diets on heart disease. In one large prospective cohort study published in 2021, researchers studied 123,330 postmenopausal women as part of the Women's Health Initiative study, following them for an average of 15 years. These researchers found that higher adherence to the plant-based portfolio diet was associated with an 11% lower risk of total cardiovascular disease, a 14% lower risk of coronary heart disease, and a 17% lower risk of heart failure. But the benefits of eating patterns rich in whole plant-based foods on heart health are not limited to older adult populations. In 2021, the results of a large-scale prospective cohort study by Yuni Choi, Nicole Larson, and colleagues was published in the Journal of American Heart Association. During the study, 4,946 young adults between 18 to 30 years of age from 4 U.S. cities were followed for 32 years. Their intake was tracked through periodic interview-administered diet history questionnaires, along with subsequent incident cardiovascular disease cases and diagnosed heart issues of all kinds, such as heart attacks, strokes, heart failure, and atherosclerotic disease. When the results were analyzed, researchers found that not only is eating a nutritionally rich plant-centered diet associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, changing to a plant-focused diet since young adulthood is also associated with a lower subsequent risk of heart disease in middle age. In fact, researchers reported that the long-term consumption of a plant-centered, high-quality diet was associated with a 52% lower risk of incident cardiovascular disease. That means cutting down the risk of getting cardiovascular disease by nearly half. Isn't that great news? These are only 2 research studies out of many on the benefits of plant-based eating with an associated reduction in future heart disease risk. But if you currently battle high cholesterol and blocked arteries and already have suffered a heart attack, know that moving to a plant-based diet can also help you. I've interacted with many in my community who have benefited heart-wise from a change to a plant-powered lifestyle. And through the work of doctors like Dr. Dean Ornish and Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, we have also clearly seen the benefits of a high-fiber, whole-food plant-based diet, especially one with no saturated fats or oils, on those with heart disease, and reversing blockage of coronary arteries. So today we looked at some recent research which continued to show positive associations from eating a high-quality, plant-based diet with a reduced risk of coronary artery disease events. In fact, the research in this area is so strong that is one of the main reasons why our family moved to plant-based eating, to optimize our health and reduce the risk of future chronic diseases like heart problems. Now here's a simple action step you can take to begin making shifts towards a plant-powered way of eating. Think about the next meal you will be having and brainstorm how you can add a bit more natural whole plant-based foods to that meal. For example, if your next meal is breakfast and you will be having cereal, see if you can add some chopped fresh or frozen fruit into that bowl, or enjoy a green smoothie with it on the side. If it's lunch and you're having a burger, you can add a salad on the side or edamame to the salad. Remember, every little bit counts, and over time, it can add up into a mountain of change. Here's what I want you to know. Heart disease does not just affect those in the much older age range. It can hit anyone in adulthood. It's not enough to keep going the way you are, especially if you know deep down that your way of eating and lifestyle habits can improve. It's not enough to keep the status quo and continue cooking or eating the way you have been. Your health and perhaps the health of those around you may be at stake and silently suffering. Even if you feel relatively fine now, it may not mean you're at the best and fullest health you can be. So let's not take our current good health for granted. Life is truly short. Reflect for a moment on how you want to live out the remainder of your days, then take action. There's so much we can do starting today to build better health and stronger hearts in ourselves and our loved ones. If you'd like support on your plant-based diet journey, reach out to me at healthnow@plantnourish.com or apply for a free rapid health transformation call using the links in the show notes. I would love to connect with you and support you in your diet transition to a fuller, healthier, more active, plant-powered lifestyle. Thank you so much for listening. If this podcast has inspired, encouraged, or helped you in some way to transform your health, I would love to hear about it. Please take 30 seconds to rate and leave a written review on Apple Podcasts to let me know. It will encourage me so much to hear how this podcast has positively impacted and made a difference in your journey towards wellness. And share about this podcast with a friend or loved one so we can all thrive in the best health. Remember, plant-based eating can be easy and doable. See you in the next episode, my friend.